Good morning, dear students. I welcome you all to Rishikul Online School. Today we shall study chapter number 8 of history, which is about the education under the British rule. This is the first module of the chapter, and in this module we shall study about the changes which were brought by the British in Indian education system. Let's start the chapter with the indigenous education system, or the education in pre-British India. Before the British rule, education was imparted through a chain of elementary schools, and they were pathshalas, maktabas, and madrasas. The education provided in such institutions were based on old texts like Vedas and their commentaries. Such education was not considered to be up to date because Vedas, the basis of such education, did not kept pace with the world. According to Adam, in the late 18th century India, there were over 1 lakh pathshalas in Bengal and Bihar. These were small institutions with no more than 20 students each. But the total number of children being taught in these pathshalas was considerable, over 20 lakhs. These institutions were set up by wealthy people or the local communities. At times, they were started by a teacher or guru. The system of education was flexible. There were no fixed fee, no printed books, no separate school building, no benches, etc. In 1781, Warren Hastings set up the Calcutta Madrasa to promote the study of Arabic, Persian, and Islamic law. In 1791, Banaras Sanskrit College it was established by Jonathan Duncan. In 1784, Sir William Jones, a judge at the Calcutta Supreme Court, found the Royal Ascetic Society of Bengal with the help of Warren Hastings. The society encouraged the study of ancient Indian religion, thought and culture. The Charter Act of 1813, it marked the beginning of educational development in India. The charter provided for an annual expenditure of 1 lakh rupee for the revival and promotion of Indian literature. The Orientalists. The Orientalists, these were the people who had sound knowledge of the language and culture of Asia. They favored the development of Sanskrit and Persian languages in India. They also wanted the medium of instructions to be in these languages only. There was also a political motive behind the encouragement of Sanskrit and Persian languages for its administration and judiciary purpose. This is the illustration of William Jones in which he is being taught Persian. William Jones, he was a hardcore Orientalist. He was well versed in Greek, Latin, French, English, Arabic and Persian languages. He was soon joined by Henry Thomas Colebrook and Hallett, who were also interested in Indian text. They together translated many Sanskrit and Persian texts into English. The Orientalists were opposed by the Anglicists in the early 19th century. The Anglicists emphasized upon English language to be the medium of instructions in the educational institutions. They regarded the knowledge of East as unscientific. James Mill and Thomas Macaulay were the main supporters of English as well as scientific knowledge. Macaulay's system of education was introduced by Lord Macaulay in 1835. This system put Anglicist and Orientalist debate to an end. This system, it is also known as Lord Macaulay's Minute. It clearly laid down that the sole aim of British would be the promotion of Western literature and sciences among the Indians. So this was all about this module. Have a nice day.